it wasn't hard to adjust, but I just want you to know that it's not a one shoe fits all. Even when somebody wants to return back, they just have to see their circumstance and then tailor it to their circumstance. So for me, because I used to go home even maybe twice a year, so it wasn't like I was gone for so long and didn't keep up with what's going on back home. I used to go home all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Mizizi Line, the only place where we handcraft our products just for you. Preservative-free, gluten-free, low in sodium, no MSG, absolutely. Today we have a very important guest, Angela Wainaina. I've been trying to get hold of her. We met in 2019 and I knew it. This is it. So it's a pleasure having her today. She'll tell you a ton of stuff about what she does, what she's been doing, and what is coming up. Angela, go for it.
Oh, okay. Mercy, 2019. I feel like as if I've known you much longer.
I know, right? 2019, I know we had a reunion or something going on, and you had a stand, you were selling stuff, and I was selling stuff as well. You got attracted to the chai.
Yes.
I liked your, was it cleanse, I think? Yeah, and that was it.
I see, yes. And I'd been using your... the tea masala ever since. It was really very, very nice.
Thank you. That's what you're drinking right now.
Cheers. In fact, I'll have a sip.
Awesome.
Totally delicious.
People, a little bit of intro about you. I met Angela in 2019. The next time we were talking, she's like, I'm going back home. I'm like, home where? Kenya. For what? To do what? To visit? She's like, no, I'm moving back. I was like, okay, this is very interesting. I know a lot of people would like to do the same, but we are scared. There's that fear of unknown, and people will be like, why are you scared? You were born in Kenya. What are you scared of? But we realize there's a ton of things you need to do prior to that, and Angela will walk us through. It won't be all at the same time, but with time you'll get to know what she did prior to planning her trip back home. So when did you know you're going? Like, when did you know this is it? You need to go back home.
So I've always wanted to go back home. And I thought that I would go back after my son, Mwema, was in college. Like after he's done high school and now he's in college, because you're kind of on your own. Like I came to America to go to college, so I was on my own. So I thought this is a good time for me to pack it up and go. But then that was my initial plan. But prior to that, we had the economic downturn of 2008 and 9 and all. And so things shifted because I started doing a real estate project back home, which would have enabled me to have income when I get there. And so, fortunately, I was able to finish that project.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, and then, of course, there is my son. Then, after he graduated from college in 2019, then I said, okay, I think now I really should start putting it in motion. Because, you know, I've always wanted to do that, yeah? Then I said, okay, let me maybe see if I can start another the project that I'd wanted to start way back when the second one. And rules in Kenya changing. Now we are devolved government, all that. There were all sorts of new changes. So had to get the plan reapproved and all that. So there was some delay.
At this point, you finished the first project, though, right?
Yes,
okay.
I finished the first project. But like it's quite expensive to live in Kenya.
It is. We assume it's cheap because we think of the dollar, but I feel like once you're there, right?
Yeah, it's not that cheap, especially if you kind of want to maintain your standards that you have here. So so I did get to start in 2021 in 2020.
Okay.
I was able to start in 2020, but it's a pretty big project. So I was just like, okay, I'll just go slow, and because I could afford to go slow with it. Then just out of the blues, I always say that the good Lord will give you the desires of your heart. Because out of the blues, a friend of mine calls me. She's a really good friend of mine. So she says, yo, Angie. And this was 2020.
Okay.
April, I remember to this day, it was April 2020. And she calls me and she asks me one simple question that has actually totally changed my life. So she's like, yo, Angie, would you be interested in whitening toothpaste? And I'm like, heck yeah. Who doesn't want white teeth, And so the reason I say why it changed my life is because when she said, okay, you're excited about the toothpaste, there is actually a business that's behind this whitening toothpaste. And she said, would you like to hear about it? But initially, I said no. Oh, no, I'm busy.
Exactly. The dentist didn't recommend that.
And I had my corporate job. I was like, I'm busy. So she said, no problem. I'm just at least going to send you a picture of my before and after so that you see that the product you're getting actually works. So I was like, sure. And so she sent me her picture, and I'm like, what?
So it works.
I was like, what, Winnie? A toothpaste can do this? Oh, sorry, I was mad for like 5 minutes. Please show me the business. So I shatter like now thinking, I was actually saying no to something I didn't know about.
We're so used to just saying no.
Yeah. I was just, and I guess I was the queen of no. Because I said, I did not realize, when now she showed me how to launch, the business, that it's literally a global business.
Wow.
Opportunity that I was saying no to. So when I launched and she walked me all the way, held my hand, showed me what to do, and so a few months into it, I realized this is really a global business, and it's is the answer to my prayer.
Is it costly to start? I know most businesses, we get scared. Maybe you need to take a loan to start a business. No. Was it costly to start the business?
No, there was no cost at all to start the business.
That's interesting.
No, none. So it was phenomenal.
You hear that, people? You can start this business without zero capital?
Zero capital.
Oh, wow.
Zero capital, and go global. And so why I say it was an answer to prayer is because like I said, the good Lord will give you the desires of your heart, because he knew my heart. I wanted to go back home. And not that I don't love America, I do, but my reason for wanting to go back home is to spend quality time with mom, just hang out, because she's vibrant, and and we can do fun things together, and so I wanted to do it early enough. So that's why I then saw that, if this is a business that I can do when I'm in Kenya, then this is the answer to my prayers. And so I really literally take it as a gift.
Wow.
Yeah.
So had you retired then, or what? Did you have to take an early retirement? Because you're not there yet.
Yeah, I know, age-wise. So what happened is, I started it in April of 2020, and literally 3-4 months into it, I realized what I had my hands on. And even though I was working full-time and very busy doing project controller. As a project controller, I was busy. But I used my time wisely for after my hours of being a project controller, then I would turn on and do me time of my business. And so I saw the income potential for it, and I said, all right, I'm going to retire, formally retire from corporate America in December, because now I was building it, and I said I want to be full-time in my business, because it's something I can do
globally, you say.
Exactly, when I'm in Kenya. And so that's when I retired in December, and went back to Kenya in late February. Yeah,
I remember that time I saw your post that finally it's here, bye corporate. I'm like, what just happened, Angela? But I'm really happy for you. I know you're there, you joined mom, and that's the best thing you can ever do.
Yeah,
that is really good. So was it hard to adjust when you went back home? How was the adjustment? Because I know some amenities or resources you're used to here. How long have you been here? Lived here?
30 years.
Yeah, so I feel like going back home, you need to start over. Of course, you're Kenyan, but there's things you need to cut. What is it called? You need to familiarize yourself with. Was it hard to adjust?
So it wasn't hard to adjust, but I just want you to know that it's not a one shoe fits all. Even when somebody wants to return back, they just have to see their circumstance and then tailor it to their circumstance. So for me, because I used to go home even maybe twice a year, so it wasn't like I was gone for so long and didn't keep up with what's going on back home. I used to go home all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, all the time I would go home. So there wasn't the cultural shock, so to speak. And then also my friends, I've kept in touch with my friends.
That's the best thing.
Yeah, all these years. And so, of course, there are certain conveniences that you would miss, but to me, the joys of being back home far outweigh the conveniences that are here. Yeah.
Okay.
So I would say it wasn't
such a big adjustment.
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm really enjoying being back home, and even I was sharing with your husband, Kive, the little things, like I can walk out of the door and it's guava season, and I'm having guavas from
when is the last
tree.
time I had guava? Mapera. I can't remember.
So and pomegranate was pomegranate season, and mom had planted 3 pomegranate trees.
Whoa.
And then it was look what, because that's what I call mapera. Oh, yeah.
So what is guava? What? Oh no, look what I think.
Look what is.
They're tiny, almost the size of grapes.
Yes.
Is that whole?
No. It's look what is. It's what you're
It's
describing.
yellowish.
It's yellow and one brown seed.
And you have to. Do you peel them?
You can peel or not. Yeah.
I remember those. Yes. They were good.
Yes. So just enjoying that because it's fresh from the tree. The little and sugar cane. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
And because we live in Gishagi, with all my uncles and my cousins and my aunts, you know, so there's sugar cane like everywhere. So I would have fresh sugar cane every day. Oh my goodness.
The last time I had mewa was when again? I can't even remember.
So just the little things in life. I'm enjoying that.
You're reconnecting back. Yeah. Wow, that's really nice. And I know before we started the recording, we were talking and you told me how it was easy to get your new driver's license, the NHIF.
Yes.
That's unbelievable. So do you mind sharing that part? Because most of us, I feel like, the way you're explaining, I feel like maybe when you're traveling, it's good to have NHIF. You said it caters for like your time there if you needed any medical attention.
Because you never know, you could be on just home, you know, and you step badly or something and sprain your leg or break your leg, and if you have NHIF, it can take care of that for you. And at $5 a month,
yeah.
If you go home often,
That's not bad.
You can't beat that.
Yeah.
So one of the things, now being permanently back home, one of the things I signed up for was that NHIF.
So that's like your health insurance kind of.
Yes, yeah, health insurance back home, and the process was painless. I mean, I was in and out in an hour.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good to know
from
that.
beginning to end, and your card, you get your NHIF card right there.
Oh wow.
Their office is in Westlands on Mudhidi Road. So that was a very, very good experience. Renewing my driver's license was also painless. Mine is old, and so I wasn't in their new system. So I went to their office, I think NTSA office in Upper Hill, and it took me longer to park than to be put in the system. There was only like maybe 2 people in front of me, and it went so fast. Yeah, and by the next day I was already in the system, and now I was able to go and pay with M-Pesa for my driver's license. To renew, and I think I got for 3 years. I don't remember, but I think the fee was like maybe 600 shillings. I don't remember. It wasn't that much, you know.
Wow, good to hear that. So credits to NHIF and what is it? NTSA. Yeah. Kudos. You know, most of the time we have that assumption that when you go home, things take so long, forever. You have to. I'm sorry, to bribe a bit. Did you have to?
No, not in those 2 instances.
No.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really nice. Good to know that.
And I also want to give a shout out to the company that moved my stuff. It was a Kenyan
I was
company.
definitely going to ask you that, because when you're planning to move that time, you're so busy. I think that's the day they were coming to pick up your stuff, and you told me, I mean, let me not say it. Go ahead, please.
Okay. So the name of the company is Nellions.
Nellions? How do you write that?
Nellions.
Okay.
Nellions. They are first class. They came as a recommendation.
Wow.
That's how I knew about them. And they're a Kenyan company that they liaisoned with an American moving company here, and I can't remember its name to save my life. American Moving or something. And they came and they packed everything.
Wow.
They bring the materials, and they and for me it was a little tricky because I wasn't having 100% of the household moved because I was leaving the house to my son. So I had to say, okay, the dishes that I'm taking are this level, so don't take that one. And of course, a few of them were packed, but they were very efficient, and it was door-to-door service. So they packed, shipped all the stuff that I was taking, and got to Kenya, and they unpacked.
How long did that take?
Maybe that was January, so February, March, April. I think by May so the stuff was there.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty fast.
Not bad. Yeah,
the stuff was there.
Wow.
And nothing broke. They are first class. If you guys ever relocate to Kenya, you have to use Nelly.
Please share the contacts.
Yes, they are first class.
Wow. Did you have to clear no, you say door to door, so you didn't have to deal with any of those?
No.
That's easy.
Yeah, very easy.
Wow.
Very easy. And I would say they were affordable for everything that they did.
Do you mind sharing
how
much? Money business is nice.
Well, that one is tricky because I moved 20 foot, and you might move a 40 foot because you have a larger family.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it will be a bit more for you. But when you calculate the cost of you trying to go to Mombasa, no, they will clear all that for you.
Makes sense.
And bring it to your door and unpack it for you.
Wow. Whew. Okay, next time we know that. So back to your projects. Did you have, you say you used to travel often, maybe twice a year. Are you the one who had to oversee your project, or you use a company that did everything for you? I know sometimes people do a part of it, or sometimes you just leave it to the company, or mom was involved. How was that done?
So mom is involved 100%,
Okay.
150%.
Okay.
So I'm very fortunate as far as that is concerned. Just extremely fortunate. I don't take it for granted because a lot of people don't have that.
Definitely.
So that's why I was saying it's not a one shoe fits all. You know, you just have to see your
situation and
environment.
work.
Yeah. So I can afford not to oversee it, but you know, as an investor, you also want to see it yourself. But just to get excited about the progress. You know?
True.
Yeah,
You want to know every step.
Yes, but as far as day-to-day activity, watching over it, mom was hands-on. Hands-on.
And you don't have any complaint. Everything
Oh
went
my
swiftly.
goodness, there's a book with everything that has happened. She's very organized.
Wow.
Extremely organized.
Wow.
Yeah, extremely organized. So and that's now what my wanting to go back home is to be able to tap into her network.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that helps. You need to know somebody who knows another person. I
Yes,
feel like that helps.
network.
It makes your work easy. Wow.
Absolutely. So I'm very fortunate.
Very fortunate. Yeah, because I've had stories of people thinking their project is going on ongoing, or it's been done, only for them to get there and
There's
nothing been done, or maybe it's just starting. So that's good to know the company is really reliable. Yeah, so she'll be sharing the contacts if you have questions sometime.
Yeah, and I think maybe a mistake that we make not knowing, or some people make not really knowing, is because I can't, like now, you are really good at coming up with organic ingredients for foods and stuff, yeah? So I should come to you for that stuff. But if I want to go into dressmaking and all that, I can't come to you and say, Mercy, you know what? What kind of machine should I buy for dressmaking? You know, so that's the mistake we make, where I can't ask you to assist me in a construction project when you've never done one yourself. Yeah.
You need to go to the right person.
Yeah. But also the management company that we have, they are also fantastic.
And you have rentals, right? Is it rental?
Oh yeah, it's rental.
Okay.
It's rental, yeah. So the management company is called Pinnacle, and they're in Westlands.
Okay.
They are first class. They are really good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the other thing. People have been complaining of the agents they use. Tenants just move out, or you don't even get to see the rent. So if you have one that really works, you are really lucky.
Yes.
I feel like all your stars aligned when you went home. Things just worked out. But I'm sure you had to start working on them when you're still here.
Exactly. And referrals work. They carry a lot of weight, and then going to physically see them and talk with them and all. Is helpful.
And how did your son take it when you told him you're going back?
He took it very well, because it wasn't hey, boom, I'm going. No, he has known for a long time
that you'll be going back. So do you see yourself coming back here for a while, or you just be doing trainings the way you're here for a training, right?
I was here to actually now do the non-virtual part of my business. So in mid-July, had a conference, a success summit, which was in Utah. And so after the summit, then I flew to Seattle. I have a team that's growing in Seattle, and I was there to help them. And it was really helpful.
And you were able to do all this from back home, or you had the team before you relocated?
I had the team.
Okay.
Before. Not relocating, before coming. The Seattle team, I did not have the Seattle team prior to going back to Kenya. In fact, yes. So the business has continued to grow. And so the Seattle team was, I think, from June, I think. And so now now that I'm here, I was able to do the so-called offline part of the business with them. Like I had mentioned to you earlier, having the biophotonic scanner that actually scans the palm of your hand to give you your carotenoid and antioxidant levels at your cellular level.
I would like to know mine.
Yeah, I'll scan you and you'll see your results. Oh. And so I was able to take that scanner with me to Seattle and scan, and people see their results and they're like, oh my goodness, okay, what supplements do I need to get on? And also that's the offline part of the business, because as an online we do a lot of Zoom meetings and all that, but I was able to do facial demos and that scanning and really enjoy the offline part of the business.
And I'm getting a facial after this. So Angela was telling me about the facial. What is the machine again?
The LumiSpa.
How does that work?
It's a facial cleansing device. I wish I had it with me to show, but I don't. But it's a facial cleansing device that has actually won the Euromonitor award for being the best at-home facial cleansing device. Wow. I think now this is the 4th year in a row. And for the Europe to say that an American device is number 1, I'll take that.
Yeah, she was telling me about it. I'm like, I've never had a facial. I'm ready for that. What an experience. And you said you have clients globally. I know the ones in Kenya, it's easy for you to ship the products to them. How about those you say you have people in South Africa? Which other country?
Europe.
Okay.
Several countries in Europe. And so that, because it's a global business. So I've been able to expand with other like-minded entrepreneurs who are in those countries.
So how do you ship stuff to South Africa?
You don't.
Or you have a team there?
Because the company, New Skin, that I'm aligned with, is in South Africa, as an example, is in all of Europe, is in Asia too. So I have customers in Australia, New Zealand, and so the company is there. So the products are also right there. They don't have to come from the US.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is neat. So what can you tell someone who's here or any other country away from Kenya? What are the first things or first steps to do before you plan and say, I'm going back? Do you think you having the projects, the houses, is a better way, or you would rather have gone with money, lump sum, and start fishing around to see what will work? Which one do you think will work better? So
both are right.
Okay.
It all depends on your personal situation.
Okay.
Yes, it all depends. So if you have a way where you can have your let's say apartment built for you, then that would be the ideal. But if you don't, then you can take the money with you and you're on the ground and get it done. Or you can be able to take some time off, get the foundation and the structure done. Then you leave it at that and you come back, and then maybe another 6 months later you go back and get maybe plumbing and electrical work done, and then you can come back again, leave it as is, and then you go back and get the plastering done and start with the finishing. So it all depends on each individual person, because it's your own situation. Yes. But if you're going to go back, then you obviously need to have a source of income where you're going.
Wow, good to know that.
Yeah.
And I know COVID hit. All of us keep saying, oh, I haven't seen in a long time. COVID hit. So this is going to you as as a what is it called? As a landlady.
Yes.
Or someone who owns the apartments.
Yeah.
Do you think, did COVID affect you? And also my other question is, having the agents, sometimes they let you down. No one is in the house. The bills, or people are not paying the rent, but they're still living there. Did you have to go through such, or the company takes care?
Fortunately, knock on wood, no. Because one, the company is, like I said, they are really first class.
Okay.
And as long as there's a tenant, they pay you your they pay you first.
Okay.
Yeah. So as long as the tenant is there, so that one is like painless. And then also, we didn't increase the rent, so we didn't lose tenants. And also, if anybody moved out due to maybe work situation, also, like I know we had some that were transferred, and also they had no choice. And there's always somebody ready to move in. So knock on wood, in that instance, we're very lucky.
Nice.
Very lucky that way.
That's good to know that.
Yes.
So having been in Kenya for March, that's about 5 months, I'll say.
March, April, May, June. Yeah, about 5 months. Yeah.
What do you miss that is here, that is not home? What do you wish was back home? You just wish you were used to it for 30 years and you wish it was back home.
Okay, I think right now, since I'm home for such a short time, I'm still excited. Yeah, I'm still more excited about being there.
You're just seeing the sunrise, the sunset,
and smelling the roses. I mean, I'm like, oh my goodness, I see my rose garden and just smelling the roses. Enjoying, like I said, the little things, the sugar cane, you know. So I'm not missing anything
yet.
Like, yeah.
And if anything, they're all fresh. What you're getting. Remember how here we start eating the sweet potatoes, not the regular ones, the one from back home. You have to find a store that sells them.
Yes.
I haven't tried the mewa here, the sugar cane yet, but I don't think it will be the same.
It won't be like
the time I tried coconut, and that was just it's not the same.
It's
like
not the same. Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm still not missing anything. I'm still really enjoying everything about being home. Just the driving is a little challenging because of driving on the other side.
The left side, right? They keep they keep left.
Left, yes. So my brain has been wired to keep right forever. So I had to relearn that, because every time I'd go home I wouldn't drive.
But this time
this time, yeah. I had to drive. And so that was a little bit so I haven't been able to like maneuver the downtown area, but I can go to like Village Market or to Rivers and to Westlands. I can do that, but the town not yet. So, and then there's construction, because Kenya is growing by leaps and bounds. I'm just thoroughly excited about that. So the growing pains of the growing of the economy and country growing has those challenges, because one time it's open and the next time it's blocked, because of construction, the road. So that's the only challenges with
the roads are getting better and short too, right?
Yes,
they are way better than before. Wow. So Angela visited us today, and we have a small garden at the back, and she was checking at the tomatoes, the kales, and all that. I was telling her, I can't remember the last time I was back there. I could see the farming passion in you. Are you thinking of doing that? Because I know a lot of people now are starting. Really?
No. I just enjoy the outdoors. I enjoy, and I had the only two ripe red tomatoes you had. I chow-chowed on that.
I know, I saw you. I'm like, wow, she loves plants. She was all over looking at them. I'm like, oh, I can't remember the last time.
Fixing the vine ones. I was fixing a little bit, but no farming for me, no. But I do enjoy, even going to our little Mogoda, little farm over there at home. So I do enjoy that, but not the farming part. No.
I understand. It's a lot of work for sure.
Yeah.
Too much supervisory work.
Yeah.
Just from the time the plant grows up to harvesting, it's you need to have the patience.
Yes.
And it needs to be in you. I feel like.
And it's in mom, but it's definitely not in me.
Maybe mom will pass the mantle to you.
Hey,
She'll be like, Angela,
it
it's your
passed
time.
by now. But I love it when the gouache is coming straight from the farm, and oh my goodness.
I guess you have that for bread. Do you ever eat bread at home?
Yeah.
Oh,
bread.
okay.
Yeah,
because I know here sometimes you find yourself, you want to do the sweet potatoes, cassava, you're like bread to the left.
And cassava, yes. I don't eat as much bread, but I do eat bread.
You eat bread.
But with all the cassava and sweet potatoes and domas, oh my goodness.
Is there any challenges back home that you faced that was hard to deal with?
Let's put it this way. For me, I think my situation is a little different. Yeah, because I had a nice soft landing getting home. Yeah, so I may not face challenges that maybe somebody else might face when they have to go and almost start from scratch. You know, but like I mentioned, the two things which I really had to do, like my driver's license, renew my driver's license and get the NHIF, that went very smoothly. But I would say, though, yes, there was a slight challenge in the car, importing my car. Actually, I'm glad you asked that. I had forgotten about that. Because in Kenya we keep left, so I couldn't take my American car. So I imported a car from UK.
Wow.
And that went very well. I had lots of help from my cousin.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Is he or she a dealer?
No. Okay. No, not a dealer like having a dealership. But okay, so the one who found me the car was a neighbor of ours back home.
You have connections.
And I do, right? I do. And he's a neighbor of ours back home but lives in Wales now. Okay. So he literally did the legwork for me. Wow. Yeah, and found me a car, and I really am very, very appreciative because that was hard work in itself, you know, because you have to physically go check the car out if it's in your area. And he was having difficulties because he would see a car and I was like, yes, I want that one, I want that one. He goes there and it's gone. Like they were really going fast. So anyway, so he found me a car. And it was in north of, he's in Wales. He found a car in north of London in Luton. So again, connections. I have cousins in Luton. But you see, it's like you said, the alignment. The good Lord will, he'll just give you the desires of your heart.
Sure.
So my cousin, I was like, John, I found a car. Let me connect you with Gordy.
So you were the one who was searching for the cars. Then you let them know, I've seen this and that.
No. Godfrey was finding the car for me. He was searching for the car for me. Okay. But John is in Luton. Okay. So where the car was actually found. And so I connected the two of them. Yeah. And John called me back and he said, I went to see the car that that you guys said you found, and it's in very good condition, it's good. He even put a down payment for me just so that it doesn't go.
So why didn't you want to get a car back home? Because you're in Kenya already.
Because as a returning resident, I'm allowed to import a car duty free. So why not take advantage of that?
And the clearing was easy.
That's where I'm getting to.
Oh, okay.
So I found the car. John was gracious enough to help me do everything to even put it in ship to bring it to Mombasa. But I didn't have a clearing agent. So I asked Nellions if they clear not only just the goods, but if they clear the cars, and they said yes, we can help you with that too. So I was like, thank you, because I really had a great experience with them when it came to the household goods. So they were also very good about that. But that took a little longer than I would have hoped, because I was denied like twice for the duty free.
Why was that?
Yeah, so that's the tricky part, because I found out that if you know, here in America we're so used to, let's say you go to the driver's license place, yeah, you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things, and that's it. They're there for everybody. This is what everybody needs. Yeah, but there wasn't like I found with Kenya Revenue. Oh, you are importing a car and it's duty free. You need A, B, C, D, E, F, G. There wasn't that. So I'm finding that maybe what they asked me for, like let's say one of the documents they asked me to produce was proof of insurance of my previous car for a whole year, which is okay. I produced that like in a day, because I just called the insurance company and they were able to send
that to you.
email that information. But you would not be asked that. So there was no standard.
There is no standard
for us to follow. And that's then what ended up taking long, because when they, and also if they know I was living in America and I'm importing the car from the UK, I'm importing it from the UK because I cannot bring my car from America. So they should say, okay, definitely she didn't own the car in UK.
Exactly.
So another reason why I was denied was because of ownership. And then so now we have to write a letter and say, no, I didn't own the car in the UK because I couldn't have owned the car in the UK. You know, you can see my address is a US address. So if they had a standard that says, okay, if you're importing a car from a country that drives on the right, then you need to have XYZ. You know, and then but if you're importing a car from left-hand drive, whatever, then you can, you know, then this is what you need, so that everybody knows, okay, I need this prior, yeah. So then even maybe you would not even need a clearing agent then, per se, yeah.
Make it
easier. So that's the only hurdle. But fortunately, I was able to produce like everything they needed, yeah. And then also the little hiccups, like they had moved the office for the duty free and the handicapped. If you're importing a car because you're handicapped or you're duty free, they moved it from Mombasa to Nairobi. So my passport and whatever had gone to Mombasa, then had to come to Nairobi. So there was a delay in that.
No clear communication either.
Wow. But it all worked out well.
At the end,
Yes. At the end, it all worked out very well.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Guess what? I took a sip of my juice, my drink, and I looked at the cup. The lipstick didn't stick.
This is
Do you
fantastic.
want us to try? No stick.
No
what?
Skin.
No skin.
No skin.
Let's
Lipstick
see.
does not.
See that, guys?
It doesn't stick to the glass.
No.
That's high quality that we have at New
Wow.
Skin.
I'm buying one.
Just one of the products.
Definitely, I'm buying one. Yeah, so that was it for today. Amazing time with Angela. I know we'll be talking more with her, more videos to come. And unless you have any other thing to tell us, people who are thinking of going,
please, if you're thinking about it, put it in motion. Kenya is where it's at. It's actually growing by leaps and bounds. The infrastructure is just phenomenal. They are building this highway from the airport, I think all the way past Westlands. You wouldn't have to go through town, and you'll be up like,
oh wow,
you know,
that makes things so easy.
Yes, and it will probably take you.
How did it? The traffic can be crazy.
The traffic can be crazy, but it's just the growing pains right now, because when that highway is complete, can you imagine coming from the airport to Westlands like in 5 minutes?
Oh wow!
From the airport, it's instead of 2 hours.
Oh,
you know,
that's
because of traffic. So all those changes are happening. So Kenya is where it's at. And
is that the toll road?
Okay, I guess, and so even
as long as it's taking a shorter time, I feel like it's all worth it.
It is worth it. It is
2 hours can be long.
And those sleepy towns are no longer sleepy towns. I mean, if you can go ahead and hook yourself up with a piece of property in what used to be a sleepy town, do it now, because things are getting very expensive.
You heard it from Angela, a proud returnee.
Yeah.
And I heard there's a group. Have you met any other returnees? I heard there's a group of people, like a lot of returnees who keep in touch. Have you met such?
Just a few.
Okay.
Because I've also been quite busy.
Okay.
Okay. So there's the Corona situation, and then there's my busy situation. So I haven't had a chance to get together with that group of returnees. But it's there.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I know. I feel like it. You just connect back, you share the experiences as you're trying to get back to the community and know it better. But you heard it from Angela. She's not coming back, but she had to prepare. She prepared ahead of time. So if you have any question, please, you can always ask. I mean, if she's going to share her contact, you can communicate with her. If not, I can always pass your message to her. But as she says, east or west, home is best.
Yes, sure. I can share my contact.
Sure.
My phone number is 919-412-2660. And I'm on WhatsApp, so even when I'm back in Kenya.
So you still retained your...
It's my business line, so I still have it, and you can call me directly from the US.
Awesome.
And I can also call you directly from Kenya.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's really nice.
Yes.
And with WhatsApp, everything is easy now.
It's easier, yeah. But I'm on T-Mobile.
Okay.
And T-Mobile, actually, this might be something helpful for you. T-Mobile has a plan where you have unlimited calling and text for literally $25 a month only. So if you're back in Kenya, you don't need the bells and whistles that you hear, having all the internet and everything on your phone. If you just have unlimited calling and text, when you're back in Kenya, if you're on Wi-Fi, which now almost everybody has Wi-Fi at the house, so I've got Wi-Fi all the time, then I have my American line on 24/7 at $25 a month.
No bad.
Hello. And sometimes it even goes down to like 20. I'm like, oh, okay.
Isn't that less than what people pay here?
Yes, it is.
I thought so.
It is, yeah. And then, of course, I have a Kenyan phone.
That one you definitely need.
Yes, so I have two phones, but I do have my American line because it's my business line. So I have so I thought that was pretty neat. I'd like people to know that
nice.
T-Mobile will hook you up.
Good to know. T-Mobile route. So that was the short time with Angela. As you heard from her, no regrets.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
So we're here. We'll be asking her more questions, and be sure to get more information. Thank you so much for your time. Again, Miss Zizi Lounge, the only place where we handcraft our products just for you. Preservative-free, gluten-free, low in sodium, no MSG. Again, made with love, not in the lab, by us. Angela, what do you have to tell people about Nu Skin? This lipstick, I'm getting one.
Well, you have my phone number. Call me. I'll give you some more information.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.